Yes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? And welcome to the premiere of the Twixt Tales Dark Frontier. I am happy to be joined by all of my friends again for some actual D&D. We took probably, over like a month off from our previous campaign. And this is Twixt Tales, so it is an offshoot of our main campaign of Weird and Wild. So if you happen to watch any of that, it will inform you to this mini campaign, but it's not necessary. So there's still plenty of opportunity for anybody jumping in. There's going to be new story, new character, etc. So perfect time for you guys to pop in and hang out and interact. I'm going to go over some kind of housekeeping stuff before we jump in the session. But before I do that, I'm JSO / the Wizard / the GM. And who else is joining me this fine Friday evening?
Oh, do we do the same order?
Yeah, why not?
All right, same order. All right. Oh,
That's you, Luke.
wait, no.
Yeah.
Luke?
Wait, Bailey's always first.
What?
I'm second, right?
No.
I'm first. What am I saying? I'm sorry. Hey everyone.
I have to turn
I'm
the
not
stream
new to this,
off.
but I sure sound like it, don't I? I am playing Neyts. And I am a Halfling Druid. Circle of Wildfire. That's me.
What's up? It's Ill. You know me. You know what I do. Next.
I suppose. My name is Cogman. I am a Warforged rogue fighter.
So it's Cogman and not Cogman.
Cogman, yeah.
Okay.
That's how you say it.
Okay, gotcha.
I like
Do
Cogman.
your organic ears work?
Sometimes.
You tell him, Cogman.
Is that cognitive? What's up, everybody? I'm Brian, Slim, whatever. Thunder, Warforged, Artificer, Armor, online, initiating startup sequence.
Oh, I love the bot energy in this new group.
Hey, I'm Carl, and I'm playing Baltro Keys. You can call me Bolt. Because I'm the leader of this merry band of... Oh, God. We're going to do great, guys.
I'll
Yeah,
drink
we're
to
the
that.
Hey everybody, I am Nick, and I am playing the one and only Ironhide, the GIF Bear Totem Barbarian.
Is it Bear Totem or Hippo Totem?
It's gonna be a Hippo Totem, you know it.
Hippototamus.
Hippototamus. I like you, kid. You can stay.
Thank you guys so much. Give us all a little bit of leeway here. It's been a whole month since we've done this. Thank you, Grizzly Teddy, for the sub. Yeah, you're gonna get some bonuses for that. So yeah, let me just address a little bit of housekeeping, and then we'll do a kind of like little intro video, and then we'll jump right into the campaign. So first, I want to say you guys have probably seen either via Twitter or just social media in general, as well as on our layout here, that we have awesome character art, and that is done by Lumen Arts. Thank you so much for providing the art for us. I'm gonna slap his little @ in the chat so that everyone can go check him out. Go give him a follow. I think his commissions are actually open right now. I say him. I don't really know for sure. I'm just assuming. Yeah, go check him. Yeah, go check the skeleton out. He's got commissions open. So if you want to get some work done, then he does really awesome stuff, as you see here. So thank you so much, Lumen. Also, we're having a giveaway this stream. We're going to do, well, actually, after talking with Nick, we're going to do two different things. We're doing both a subscription gift. So someone who isn't subscribed and you're following the channel, there's going to be the opportunity to get a sub at some point here, somewhere on stream. Also, somewhere on stream, so you'll have to keep watching. That's how I get you hooked in. We're also going to do a glow-in-the-dark dice giveaway. So somewhere during this session, be following the channel, and then I may ask a dice-specific question, and if you provide a very easy answer, you'll win some dice. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, I have some other things real quick. We are using Twitch channel points. We did this for Weird and Wild. but we are also doing it for this campaign, and this time we're actually using some of the same stuff, but also some new things. So we have your standard things that you may find in some of the other streams. We have like inspiration, but we have some other things like a +1 to a roll that's pretty cheap to buy, and you can give that to any character, or me.
No.
We have Curios now, which are single-use consumable magic items that can be given to a party member. We are also using a new meta currency specifically for this mini campaign called Expedition Tickets. And those have been posted all over social media too. Those give the players the opportunity to use this meta currency to buy cool things like gold, crafting recipes, or slots for their gear so that they can put wild stones in them, which give their items enhancements, their weapons and armor magical effects. So something to check out. There's a lot of fun stuff. All you got to do is go down to the bottom left of the chat and see all of those rewards that are there. They're all there listed. So lots of cool stuff there, even more than I just described. That's just a couple of them. And Grizzly, for example, if now that you've just subbed, you're getting a multiplier to the points that you earn as you watch. So cool stuff. Also, along with that, we have a community challenge, since that's like a new feature they added with the Twitch channel points, which is sort of like a big reward, but it requires a lot of points. So it's kind of like people work together to try and deposit their points or put their points toward this big goal. And the one that we have made is Patroller Provisions. So there's a month left. You need 40,000 Twitch points. But if everyone is able to meet that goal within 30 days, all of my players receive 10 expedition tickets to use on whatever they choose. So you guys will be definitely earning them in the game. It's not just tied to people watching or anything like that, because no one would have any. So you guys will definitely be earning some anyway. But yeah, just kind of a fun incentive for some people to work towards if they enjoy watching. We have stream stickers. You can slap stickers all over the screen if you want. And all you have to do is like mouse over the stream, and over on the right side you'll see it pop up, the little stream stickers. So people like Grizzly, who has just subbed, similarly to getting a multiplier to their Twitch points, also has some channel specific stickers they can use, and that includes a whole host of fun Dark Frontier specific stickers. So a sticker for each character and some other fun stuff included, so you guys can, as you watch the stream, when someone rolls a natty 20 or 1 or does something crazy, you can slap stickers everywhere and have some fun with that.
Ooh.
Were you gonna say something, babe?
Whoever rolls the first one, we have to do something with that for whoever rolls the first one.
Pull it up on your phones then, and because you can actually use the stickers on your phone, and everyone just posts a stupid sticker.
So what do you want to happen to you, Luke?
Yeah, very funny. Mine will be 2s all the way down.
It's Tyler me, let's be honest.
Nope. I was gonna say Bolt pulls out a gold piece. Gold piece says it won't be me.
Oh,
No.
2 gold
He's-
pieces says it will be.
You know, if you use
Wait, I don't have any money, never mind.
lucky, it still counts.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, halflings with their luck. I'll have to get used to that. Also, as you have moused over the screen, if you haven't done so already, you may notice that we are also using the D&D Beyond plugin. So you guys can... I'm not using it to keep track of health, because we do that actually in Roll20, because that would be a huge pain in the ass for us to go back and forth. So my players use Roll20 to track their health, but it's a cool way to see the characters, get an idea of their class and archetypes, and just kind of take a look at the character sheets, see what kind of gear they're carrying, and spy on them. So... cool stuff there. You can check that out and keep an eye on the players as they level up and stuff like that. Something to note that some of you may not be aware of, or if you just haven't been tuning in for a while, if you watched only a couple Weird and Wild sessions, which is our like big, huge, mega campaign, and this is more of a spin-off series, we do a couple homebrew options, and I just wanted to quickly recap what those are. So I'm sure everyone has a variety of homebrew pieces that they push in, but our homebrew list includes a session recap. We all roll to give the recap, and whoever rolls the lowest has to do it. You then gain immunity for the next session, unless you want to roll, but if you roll low, you have to still do it. We use inspiration cards, so instead of me just handing out inspiration I am going to award it equally to everyone at the beginning of a session. And if you don't have one, then you will get one. Also, on top of that, if anyone uses their Twitch channel points to buy a player a card for inspiration, that actually stacks on top of whatever they gain just normally. So, a benefit to them if you want to buy that. What's up, Amanda? We use luck cards too. So, when someone rolls a natural 1 or 20 on top of something crazy happening, they either get a luck card or I get a crit fail card, which is still considered kind of like a luck card. And just basically what that means is they get a cool bonus that they can use using that card at whatever appropriate time, or I get a nasty, mean, bad boy DM card that I can use at whatever time that I want. So fun stuff there in terms of the wackiness that can happen. You guys have used the luck cards to pretty good effect in the past. I think you like them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Injuries, because 5e, it's impossible to kill anybody, so we use an injury system. So anytime anyone takes a critical hit from one of my creatures, you guys take an injury, which just adds a little bit of a crippling effect to their character, and that can stack depending on how many they take or if the condition worsens. So a little bit more of a detrimental effect if someone is critted by a monster or something like that. We also use a element called the Weird. And so there are certain pockets in this universe called the Twixt, or this plane rather. And if the players find themselves in this pocket, which they no longer have a special device to notify them if they're in it or not, you guys will have to, my players will have to roll on a table and all kinds of crazy effects will happen. And that is triggered on either a natural 20 or natural 1. Doesn't matter. So crazy things can happen in those. That can also be bought as a Twitch channel point gift. And also, like I said, expedition tickets, which lets my players use a meta currency when they're at a Pioneer Patroller HQ. Oh, okay. All right. Well, Looney is here. Hello, Looney. Let's also be careful of our rolls.
Just summon the room.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. Way to start the game.
So, no one else has to buy the Weird this session, because for the full thing, you guys are going to technically be in the Weird. So
Something about today feels really nice.
Yo, man, Looney.
We're gonna have a good day.
Freaking awesome.
Also
We're gonna do great.
Also, for you guys as the players, I've actually added a larger amount of character tokens or markers for your guys' icons. So I think there will be some stuff whenever we get a chance to take a look at that. You'll be able to see that there's like a much larger plethora of things to help mark your guys. Because I noticed you guys doing that a lot in Weird and Wild. Not only to track like conditions, but also just for your characters to give you an idea what's going on. So hopefully more markers will help you guys out with that.
Sick.
That is really it. That's all of my table keeping, my housekeeping. So let us go ahead and do the recap.
Oh.
Oh no,
The recap?
There's no recap.
Oh.
you guys lucked out.
Everyone.
No, but instead, I'm gonna go ahead and play the little pre-video before we jump into the campaign. So let me go ahead and mute us and play that real quick. So if you guys want to go ahead and open that up, so you can watch it too. And I'll wait a couple seconds because I know there may be a little bit of a delay.
The Twixt is a dangerous place, in need of people like us. Despite it being a young plane just over a century old, it still continuously pulls in diverse worlds from all over creation through the flickering rifts that open in wild space. The people of this plane need protection. They need the peace of mind knowing there's a force out there willing to chart these new territories and assess threats. We need to have their backs. That's the duty of a Pioneer Patroller. We help those in need. We are the scouts of the Twixt. The recent destruction of the Omega prison ring was devastating for us. It was the centerpiece of Twixt security, a place where we could send the worst of the worst, the pinnacle creation between us and the other factions known as the Cosmo Consortium. But we did what we had to. Otherwise, we wished the chance that the rogue patroller who had commandeered it would release every prisoner at once. We are still dealing with rounding up the few who escaped before its destruction, as well as keeping peace with a group known as the Dark Trine, a triple alliance of Skro, Nyogi, and Vodani, each of them slavers, but under the stipulations of the recently signed Freedom to Serve Treaty. We have agreed that we will not intervene in their affairs as long as they do not force any individual to work under them against their will. Things have been tense. Even among our ranks, there are various dissenters, but our leader, Trailblazer Gaxomax, has done what he believes is the best path towards peace. Should things go south, we no longer have a safe place to keep the Dark Trine. Their numbers are many, too many to count. Our resources span the entirety of the Twixt, meaning they are similarly stretched thin. We need this to work. The last thing the patrollers want is war.
Oh, you guys are switched? Oh, that's weird. Here, hang on, I'll fix that real quick. Whoa! We're live. Hello, everyone. We're doing it live. Hey, look, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll fix it right here now. People can put up some slight technical difficulties. It's always our first time. That's what I keep saying.
Rise of Force in the
Deep obscure lore.
I fixed
God
it.
mode.
Thank you.
God mode fandom. Who played the role better?
So did all of you? Were all of you able to see that video for the most part?
Yeah.
It's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Good recap. Good
Good
setup.
stuff.
Jason, we're only healing you on the stream.
No, I fixed it. Everyone
Okay,
should
cool.
be good. So we find ourselves at a Pioneer Quagga, this faction of the Cosmo Consortium in the Twixt, which is a newly created plane as mentioned in the video. And the Patrollers are a faction that has formed that is expanding out, trekking new territory to hopefully not only chart the uncharted, but also help those in need, if they so choose. We find ourselves at a quagga, which is essentially what looks like is disguised as a large slab of rock or maybe even meteorite that is actually just a large spelljammer. On one side it looks rocky and like the surface of some type of asteroid or moony planetoid. The other, it is shaved out and flat on its surface and has a number similar to the image you see here of various tints of docks towards the sides and landing zones all around. Various members make up the patrollers as they scout through the top side of the area, and there's also a variety of facilities and meeting places that are within the actual quagga itself from the hollowed out interior. The makeup of the patrollers that is around here is largely made up of humans, elves, a lot of Gith, and a couple other races, but those are the large majority. In this particular, I was going to say evening, but this is wild space, so... and in this particular, whenever time it is, out in the middle of space, we find ourselves viewing a particular halfling, his name Pathfinder Bolt, who is recouping from a recent mission to find and capture more prison ring escapees. Bolt has done this many times before and excels at it. Kyle, do you want to explain Bolt's appearance and any history you'd like about Bolt?
Sure. Bolt is in human years, in his late 60s. In halfling years, he's 160. So he's getting to the last part of his life. He's been a drill instructor with the with the Pioneers for the past 75. Oh no, 74 years. No, 84 years. 80 years. The last 84 years.
It all starts to blend together at that point.
It's been a long time, and a whole lifetime of stuff happening. Trained a whole lot of tenderfoots to be strong-willed patrollers on the march. He is a bard rogue, and he's a master College of Valor. Eventually, once we get a level or two, he is all about making everybody the best they can be.
Nice. Very good. That was my only other question I was going to ask, is how long he served, so very cool. Bolt, you find yourself, like I said, spending a few days here recouping from some recent missions out and about. You are a Pathfinder, which in the hierarchy, the rankings of the patrollers, puts you at a comfortable position. You feel like the responsibility any higher up may not be worth it, especially as you are beginning to reach the a bit of a sunset age for halflings, at least. You're getting up there in years and you don't want to have to take on that extra work. You're happy where you are. You do have some seniority and some rank among plenty of the others around you, and you're pretty comfortable where you are. You find yourself finishing some rigging from a few spelljammers that are moored at the landing bay, and as you were doing this, you notice that there's quite a few more ships that are around here that are stationed than you usually see. As you are finishing up untying the ropes of one of the nearby spelljammers and kind of clasping or smacking your hands together to kind of clear some of the dust and just bulwark and stuff like that off the hands, you notice a elf that is approaching you. He is dressed as a patroller, though by his gait and youthful cheeks, you get the sense that he's probably closer to a tenderfoot rank-wise. He steps up to you and slaps his fist to his chest and bows, the standard greeting of the Pioneer patrollers. He says, "Pathfinder, a letter for you has arrived. This one's traveled far. Probably important," he says as he hands the letter over. This is a envelope that has been stamped with the marking of the patrollers, which is a flag.
Alright. I want to look at him. Does he look like he's been in a rush? Like, what's his story?
Give me some type of check.
Jeez. I'm not getting it anymore. I'll say...
You do perception, you could do even better, probably insight.
Survival insight? Okay, insight. I'll go for insight. You, Oh, no, not very. Alright, well, hand it over. Let's see.
He looks like he was walking with a particular fast-paced standard to the patrollers to get where they need to go and keep moving at a brisk pace. Doesn't look like he's particularly stressed or sweating from overwork or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
He hands over the envelope to you. As you
Standard
begin
parting, tenderfoot.
As you open up this letter, let me see, and of course I didn't make a handout for this. Hang on just a second.
So, you been here long? I don't think I've seen you around here before. Ah, quiet time, I see.
Let me see here. Oh, did I? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and read this to you.
Sure.
You don't. I'll post it in chat if you need it, but I don't know that you will.
Can you read it in the voice of who wrote it to me, so I can like mentally be imagining him?
Sure. It reads, "To Pathfinder Bolt, we hope this message finds you well. Our deepest condolences on your taskmaster's passing. Gruff was an excellent leader, and the unexpected events leading to his demise dishearten us all. You, however, seem to be keeping your head above water. News of your recent success in finding and capturing prison escapees has been a highlight of your station Quagga over the recent months. We write this letter to inform you that we have a job we believe only someone of your caliber could successfully lead. While normal protocol has you assembling a survey yourself, we've taken the time to put together one that we believe will suit you well for this operation. Details regarding this mission will be provided at the forward operating base. You're to meet with Wayfarer Cedric at the landing bay stationed at your Quagga within the hour. They will inform you of further instructions. Gather your things and get out there, Pathfinder. Regards, the Expeditioneers."
Oh boy. Alright. Well, guess there's no time but to see it. Let's go. Did you go off somewhere else? Where did you go?
He is already walking away. Did you need me for anything else, sir?
No, I got it. Thanks, bye.
Okay, goodbye, he says, and gives him one more hearty slap and begins to head off.
You know, if we're walking the same way, we can walk and talk, but...
Oh, did you want to...
You go ahead, it's fine.
Okay. Yes, sir. He heads off. He does that thing where, like, he's trying to not make it obvious, but he's trying to head at a slightly faster pace than you to not make it awkward.
Also, like, compensate a little bit too much for my little bitty legs and just kind of...
It's so awkward.
So, Bolt, are you going to kind of gather whatever you need? Essentially, you're going to be, like, obviously kind of gathering your gear for this, you know, essentially grabbing the things that are on your character sheet. Yeah. And then if there's anything else you want to do before you head down to the docks, you're welcome to do so. Just let me know.
The Taskmaster, what's the timeline on his death? Have I been back to, like, say, somewhere where I would have, like, leave time yet since that happened?
This is sort of like, this is the last portion of your leave time. Your Taskmaster, who went by General Gruff, he died when a whale ship was attacked en route to deliver some prisoners. It seemed like a freak accident attacked by what news brings you as a beholder ship. So it was probably a couple weeks back now that this has happened. Since then, you have kind of been bouncing from place to place with no real person above you. Just kind of been sent out on a couple missions in terms of finding some Omega Prison Ring escapees, bringing them in, and this is the period where you've probably taken a week or so off of just, you know, doing some menial work here and there to help out the patrollers, because you never just, you know, being part of the patrollers, you never just take a full day off and do nothing. Right. But this to you, just even helping out a little bit, unrigging some of the ships and stuff like that, this is like a day off for you, so, you know, kind of just relaxing, and this is the last bit of it. So it's kind of like getting this letter is a return to work for you.
Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Well, I guess it's time to go with the new sheriff. Let's go.
Okay. So, Bolt, you begin heading down toward the docks. Although you were unrigging some ships, so you're not too far off. You're pretty close to it. You make way down the dock side and begin looking for a wayfarer. It is not long before you are waved down by an elf. This one's slightly older than the previous one, is kind of waving you down, and you can tell by the markings on his uniform that he is a wayfarer rank. And you go up to greet him, and he slaps fist against his chest and bows and says, "Greeting, Pathfinder. Wayfarer Cedric." He looks somewhat young, at least in elven terms, but older than the previous elf you spoke to. He says, Pathfinder, I've been instructed by the expeditioneers to see you on your survey off on this caravel. And as he turns, you see what looks to be a relatively decent-looking ship. It is not two size of most of the other ships that are either located here at the docks or over on the mainland in the landing bays. This one, Spelljammer ships come in a variety of shapes and sizes, usually based off of like a creature, maybe an insect or an animal. This one is your standard. It truly looks like a caravel, like a standard looking, almost like, pirate ship make. Make a history check, Bolt.
Boy, I don't remember if I could that, so that's probably means that I'm bad at that. Rolled okay. 19.
Oh, shit. Just by looking at this ship, Bolt, and doing like almost a quick mental size up, as well as kind of diving back into your mind, because you've been on plenty of missions, you've seen plenty of things in your lifetime, that caravels are more like an entry-level vessel. So it's strange to be sending you out on something like what you see before you. Cedric continues as he kind of just waved a hand to show you the ship before you. He says, it's not the finest that the patrollers can muster, though that is apparently by design. They mentioned that with this particular job you will be keeping any flags and patroller outfits not visible to outsiders. So no uniforms out in the open once you begin making your way. I'll give you a walkthrough of the vessel as soon as the rest arrive, he says. He waves a hand and allows you see like a one of those like roll down rope ladders on the side, and allows you to begin heading up first, and then follows behind you as you crawl up to the ship. You see what looks to be a couple of crewmates. As part of the patrollers that typically crew that are more engaged in solely focusing on manning a ship are not nearly as skilled as someone like you who takes on more of the more dangerous missions. These are probably tenderfoots by the look at them. Some of them look like humans, and they're all male. Two of them look like elves. And I will change the view. Let me shift this over here. And it's going to be at the top half.
Ask an organizational question here too.
Sure.
Can I be like a captain of this ship, or like the leader of the expedition force, and then there's a captain beside him?
Well, we can say that you ask this to Sedgwick as you climb up, and he turns and says, you will be the captain. Everyone is to follow your orders.
I like the way that sounds. I mean, of course.
I was told that the letter addressed to you would mention that you have a pre-picked number of survey team, along with the assigned crew that has been put together here already on the ship. The couple of gentlemen that are here on the ship, you notice like one of them's carrying like a mop and bucket and is cleaning off things. Another one is pulling some ropes, and you see the large mast up ahead beginning to open and unfurl as they're sort of finishing the last minute preparations. And as you peer on, you can notice the docks down below you here on the map. And that is where I'm going to... Do you have any other questions before I move on?
I guess something that I can boil down to a roll, because I don't have anything prepared for it. I would try and assemble the hand crew and just give them a rousing speech that we're all in it together, and I appreciate their work. And then every once in a while, he will actually pick up a mop and mop alongside somebody.
So go ahead and You can roleplay it if you want. Otherwise, just give me some type of like charisma check that you feel appropriate. Probably persuasion or performance to rouse the crew, considering they are going to be following your orders, Captain.
Yeah. I'll just boil it down to a roll because I don't.
Sure.
got nothing on it.
You give a rousing speech.
We're all in it together. If it sink ships, we all fucking die. That's out of character. Oh, jeez.
Like a little word.
It's gonna be like that.
You got a probably good charisma though, right?
Yeah, that's a 13 on a 4. I rolled a 4.
Damn.
Holy shit. I mean, yes, you do then.
That's
They
still
seem
pretty good.
Yeah, they seem like okay, all right. You know, they kind of slap a fist to their chest, and you hear sort of a cheer from one of the ones in the back, and you know they seem optimistic by that speech, but sort of at the same time are continuing their work because they need to kind of finish preparations. It seems like here, so they kind of continue after that. It is not long before you begin to see some others beginning to trail down the walkway of the docking area here towards the ship. Let me see here. Okay. As you peer over the side, you notice a couple characters heading down the way. So first off, I want to see... Let's see... Let me hang on just a second. I have some stuff on the map here. You notice what looks like a very strange looking humanoid heading down. Luke, do you want to explain Ill's appearance and any history that Ill has?
He's a mind flayer, first of all. A sort of pallid greenish yellow mind flayer that has a like half of a stogie wrapped around one tentacle wrapped around like a half cigar, and he's just chomping on it. He's a little bit more muscle bound than your average mind flayer, but that just kind of gives you the impression that he transformed from a more naturally muscular humanoid and isn't particularly stronger than the average Illithid, but he is strapped to the gills with guns, grenades, and all sorts of munitions. And just kind of slouches and has his arms crossed and looks generally sour at any approach from anyone. Oh yeah, Pops. We did a couple operations, you know. Ill is 14 years old, despite how he sounds. He's 14 years old, and he he's probably been with the patrollers probably about 4 years. Like, yeah. Like, not a long time. Oh, so... yeah, it would be... Hold on, let me see.
Put him in the Discord players only.
Which one is Bolt? I'd probably be a wayfarer then. Oh, is that uncommonly quick? I could still be a tenderfoot. That makes sense. Sure.
I was trying.
I think so.
Successful, but I feel like you can.
Or maybe not.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You gotta reconnect because you changed
Oh,
hands.
I messed up. I was trying to flip over to edit the ranks. I'll try not to do that.
God dang it.
Had one job.
One job.
Bolt and I have been on a couple sorties before, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sick. Oh, cool. Yeah. I completely ignore the elf and walk up to Bolt. Sup, pops? Where's the gunnery?
Ill, it's good to see you.
Mm.
I don't know. Haven't made that far down in the ship yet. He holds up a mop and says, "Okay. I show him where the gunnery is. He needs."
I spit and just kind of move past my commanding officer.
You notice everything I've already mentioned to Bolt here, Ill. As Ill begins taking in the sights of the area here, there is another individual who is stepping across the docks. You can hear them groan underneath the heavy footsteps. Slim/Brian/husband, do you want to please let us know the appearance of Thunder as it approaches?
Thank you. Thunder is about 8 feet tall. He's a solid adamantine suit of armor with a hexweave mesh of adamantine in the softer bits covering his undercarriage in smaller areas. He is a project from Neogokyo. He was a correlation between Neogokyo and the patrollers. He was inside of him organic material and bits from previous patrollers who have passed, and he's kind of a hybrid to give everyone else a frontline defense and a second chance at serving the planet, or the Twixt.
Nice. Do you have an idea of how long Thunder has served with the patrollers?
He is 100% fresh. He was sent here recently, so probably not even rank Tenderfoot, just here. Just a project that was sent to help aid, so whatever rank is appropriate.
Tenderfoot alert! Tenderfoot alert!
Yeah, I think Bolt, seeing that, slaps a hand on Il's and just points, doesn't say anything.
It's a Warforged.
And you can climb up aboard if you would like, Thunder. You hear the stress of the ropes pull as Thunder pulls itself up on deck.
Oh, shit.
He would raise a large, giant, think Megaduce-style fist straight to his chest and bow before Bolt. Designation: Wayfarer Bolt. I am Project Thunderfall. I am a capable pilot as well as frontline defense. Where will you have me deployed, sir?
Good to see you. The name's like you said, Bolt. That's Ill back there. We're waiting on the rest of you new joins to get here. You're a big guy, huh?
Correct, sir. Greetings. Designation Ill.
I turn to one of the elves. Do I address hardware? What's the protocol here?
Project Thunderfall.
Project Thunderfall, welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
Just Ill's fine.
Thank you, sir, Ill.
Don't like that, but alright.
There's no need to be formal here, son.
Correcting. Thank you, Bolt.
Similarly, Thunder, you just like Ill, Same thing. Got the note notifying you to head out on this what seems like a relatively mysterious, probably maybe covert operation, and are going to be serving under Captain Bolt.
Awesome.
As you are... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, after greeting both of them, maybe just walk around and examine the ship a little bit.
Sure. You notice that the elf standing nearby is waiting for everyone to come on board before he kind of quickly mentions that he'll give you guys a tour once everyone has arrived. He doesn't want to go over things without any of the rest of the survey here. It isn't long after you are kind of walking around Thunder and taking a look at some things that another halfling begins to approach down the docks. Bae, do you want to explain the appearance of Emma Neyts?
Yes, Emma is she's a halfling, and she's got tan skin, dark red hair, green eyes, and she's covered in freckles. She's got like flowy clothing on, kind of looks like a nomad. And she's walking down with like a pep in her step. Kind of looks a little naive and a little fresh. But she looks very excited. She's got a giant smile on her face.
Very good, very good. Is there any history that you want to share immediately, or you don't have to? It's up to you.
Well, yeah, sure. Emma she applied for a few other positions before Pioneer patrolling. She tried to apply at the Boyer Bastions, but she couldn't afford to take the test. She took the test at the Masterminds, but didn't pass. And she
not many do.
She got into the Sacred Serenitals, but it just wasn't her thing. So now she's trying this Pioneer patrolling because she feels like it's in her calling and this might be her destiny, and she hears a lot of really crazy stories from other patrollers that she's met.
You know that this faction would definitely be the ones who get out there and probably see the craziest stuff, considering it is their job to explore the unknown out here in the Twixt Plain. Mm-hmm. Do you have an idea of how long you have served with the patrollers, Emma?
She's probably like 2 months, 3 months. She's just getting thrown right into it.
Super fresh. Okay.
Super fresh, yeah. She's
okay.
Yeah.
Tenderfoot alert.
Oh.
This is not something that happens in game. You can climb aboard, Emma. You see a rope ladder right there and can climb up. Also, as Emma is climbing aboard, I believe, was there any connection with some history of some other people in this group that Emma had? I mean, if not, that's fine. I just don't remember from the Facebook group if you may have known anybody else or not.
Yeah. I think Bolt gave me money, so I'm gonna say I have a little Bolt, but
Whoa! Didn't just give you money. Don't be creepy.
Wait. No, why is that? Okay, no, that's not sexual. It was. I don't know, like a new recruit thing.
What? So, Bolt has a tradition. After he takes a tenderfoot out on their first mission, they come back and they survive. He buys them some mundane item.
There you go. Yeah, that's the history, and that is the history that she has with Bolt.
You're maybe surprised to see Emma actually survived and is here now. Emma, welcome. As usual, you are greeted to Sedgwick and the crew that give you a wave, and you can climb aboard and meet the rest of the crew. You see some interesting faces as you climb aboard to see the survey here.
Does it talk? Does that one talk?
Greetings.
Oh, it does. Hello. My name is Emma.
I am designation Thunderfall. Thunder for short. He's going to extend a hand, probably the size of her body, to shake.
Oh, she'll grab it with both hands. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Thunder, for short.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Ill mutters under his breath. One was bad enough.
What was that?
I said one was bad enough. Speak up. I'll speak up next time.
Okay, yeah. What was your name?
Ill.
Ill. Are you contagious?
No. We're not gonna get along on this. I can already tell. This is a bad first impression. Stay away from my things, please.
Okay, I don't want your gross illithid things anyway.
He just kind of flares his tentacles at you.
There'll be a brush fire on a summer day if that's not imminent.
Wait. Fire?
Oh.
Well,
Wait.
It's an expression, but...
No, fire, really. She'll produce flame.
Oh,
Okay, you really gotta stay away from my stuff then.
Wait,
Yeah.
why?
Gunpowder.
Wait, that's... Okay, but wait, we could be a really good team if you think about it.
If you want to blow up the ship, then yeah, great team, superstars.
Well,
You
I
and
don't want to
me.
blow up this ship.
Well, that's where the gunpowder is, so careful.
I'm not gonna dance in fire and gunpowder. I'm not dumb.
Bolt, you look up at Cedric and like he's doing that thing where he's just trying to be professional, look forward, but his eyes are kind of doing a little darting back and forth, like, oh boy.
every time he looks away, bolts.
He's looking at the entire ship made out of pure wood, like, oh, okay.
Well, it's good to be on another mission with you, Pops. I am happy to be a part of your crew again, even if they're all really gross and whatever.
She calls you Pops too on account of how old you are.
Yeah, no shit, that's the whole point.
It's funny.
Hearing the word pops, Thunder would his eye light would flicker a little bit and then scan around and look for a moment, kind of shudder back.
Okay. All right.
Thunder, are you like thundery? Are you good? What's your like?
He's gonna smack his fist together and send out like a resonating wave, like a thunder wave out around him.
That's cool. That's cool.
Designation creator, Papayo, genius, crafter, creator, nickname, Pops.
Oh. Oh, look, you have a special Pops too. That's nice.
Correct.
So
Well-
as you... Oh, go ahead. Luke.
No. No, I was just gonna do a joke. You do introduce the next person.
People that get in here.
I don't want to ruin jokes.
It's
joke.
okay. It was gonna be bad anyway.
As you climb aboard, Emma, and begin to get your bearings, at least on the top deck here, it seems like everyone's kind of waiting to get the full group together before a little tour is taking place here. You guys are all scanning the top deck here when you hear another sound of groaning on the dock wood as they travel. But this time, as you peer over the side of the ship, you do not see a Warforged, but instead a very hefty looking gif. Nick, do you want to explain the appearance of Ironhide?
Ironhide is large for a GIF, extremely tall, and extremely strong man built. Not entirely muscular, but a force of nature.
You know, I noticed it now. The glasses are the same exact sunglasses.
I wasn't going for it, but I guess I have to go 200%.
It's so
with this.
good.
Do I have to go 200% with it, or
I mean, that's up to you, my friend.
I
You
think
play
I
your
have to-
character however you want, but
I think
it's just
I have to.
it's a hilarious detail, a really, really deep cut. Do you want to explain? Is there any like prehistory you'd like to explain? We can always role play it, but it's up to you. Do you want to give us any like a prehistory with Ironhide?
He's not entirely more than just a standard issue foot soldier GIF trying to climb the ranks as a career soldier. GIF tend to chase ranks and achievements and things, and they just live for combat. So he's good at what he does, which is force entry and melee bruiserous enforcer type things, which is a little bit odd considering GIF have an affinity for guns and explosives and things, but he's served well in this role, and now he's getting farmed out to Bolt's team again after working for him at least once. I don't think we narrowed down how many times, but I think just once.
Okay, so you have at least some relation to some of the faces up here as you begin to climb the rope ladder. Do you know how many years that Ironhide would have been working with the GIF? Or the patrollers, sorry.
Ironhide's not entirely a seasoned veteran, but he's not new, so he's kind of like in that transitional second or third season where he's starting to hit his stride, but he's not quite established or high ranking yet.
Okay.
Just enough to catch eyes.
Gotcha. Okay, especially with the Rotown nature, although bulky and somewhat muscled. As you begin to make your way up the rope ladder, you can pop up onto the ship. You notice quite an eccentric number of other members that are part of this survey around you. And finally, go ahead, Nick.
Yo. What's this one do? Oh, I didn't see you down there. Oh, there's a you an outrider yet, Bolt? Is that what you called me? Is that what we're doing today?
Don't exactly know. Sorry, don't exactly know what we're doing yet. Come on up.
How do you not know what we're doing yet? You called me here. What? How do you?
I surely did.
You point, I break stuff. I don't under. Are you an outrider yet, or what are we doing? Why am I here?
Yeah, this is what we're trying to figure out. Why don't you come on up? We'll figure it out.
Okay.
All right.
Which ones do I not break?
Careful on that one. That one looks slippery.
Have you been working out?
You could try it.
I like you.
Oh.
You're my favorite.
Kind of funny.
That one's all right.
Pop up on the ship there.
I gotta thank you for the rations, by the way. You bought me all those rations.
Hey,
My
no
favorite.
problem. Yeah, what'd you get? Anything?
All the stuff that made me this big. I got big.
Oh, shit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also, you guys can take a look at those icons if you, or whatever they're called, custom markers or whatever.
Make them movable for us. Make us control it.
Oh, can you not control your characters? Oh,
No.
here, Bay. Let's give you control of your character, Bay.
Bolt extends a hand to help you on the last rung, but knows that that's probably a bad idea, and then just instead makes a broad motion and then says, "This is Ill. I don't know if you've met him before." You're on mute.
Your voice is not in my head. Don't you guys talk in my head? Hello?
Yeah, he does that only to Ironhide and just says sup.
Yeah. Stop. Yo.
This is Emma. She's
Look at the striations on that one.
and then that's Project Thunderfall over there.
Oh,
He's cool.
He's big. Hey.
Greetings, designation Ironhide.
Hi, designation Thunderfall. I'm a designation too. Are you bigger than me? I don't think you're bigger than me.
Listen,
Your organic caloric intake is higher than mine. You are larger in size.
No. But I'm Studley too.
Stronger in smell, too.
What?
Greetings, Studley Ironhide.
Tastier, too, probably.
I'm glad you're both on my side. Hey,
I like this one. You're my favorite.
You're my favorite, too, Bolt.
Where's
thanks.
As you guys
Where's
are
that voice coming from?
making small talk, finally, what seems to be the last member of the team heads down the docks. Kevin, do you want to explain what Cogman looks like?
Yes, Cogman is a Warforged. He's like 6'8". His metal is like a deep brick red with gold inlay. He wears what definitely was much more fancy looking bowler when it was new, but it looks a little worn at this point. He has a monocle and carries a cane with a eagle topper. when he doesn't really use it to walk. When it does hit the ground, if he stops and he puts it down, you hear a weird extra metallic clang coming from it.
Nice, nice.
So this is my first designation, it seems.
Oh, yep.
Who's in charge here?
Suppose I name's Bolt. You are?
Cogman.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Cogman.
The pleasure is all yours, I'm sure.
The Chucklefuck is ill.
Yeah.
The two mounds on the hill. We got the big one on the left is Thunder, Project Thunder's The guy on the right is, I forgot, Jesus Christ, Ironhide.
Yo, you're still my favorite.
And this is Neyts.
Hello, Organics. Ah, Thunderfall. Good to see another Warforged.
Greetings. I am comprised of 20% internal organic material. My apologies.
Well, I guess I forgive you.
So, as you all take a look at the surroundings, that is going to be probably your immediate home to whatever your next destination is, you notice that Cedric, seeing you all have taken some time to get acquainted with one another, begins to turn and address you all again. He says, so, thank you for all joining here. This is the caravel. I will explain the various floors. It has 3 levels, 8 rooms in total, each a little snug for its size. Captain Quarters is within the aft castle. He kind of points behind him over here and then continues. Below deck you've got a kitchen, survey quarters, and the charter room. Last level is crew quarters, storage, and something else we can go over in just a moment, he says. And as he is telling you guys this, he begins to show you throughout the variety of the rooms that make up the ship here. So you guys can kind of zoom down and see everything going on.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
this is good as any, I suppose.
As he
Ill.
is... Oh, go ahead, Luke.
I was going to say, once Ill gets into the galley, he just drops both of these gun cases in the corner and says, yeah, this'll do.
He mentions Cedric as he has given you guys a just overview, continues. Defenses, he brings you all back to the top. Defenses include 2 small ballista top deck on the bow and stern, and 2 cannons using 9-pound balls at the port and starboard. And he points these out to you all, and you can see them all on the top deck here of the ship.
Bolt elbows Ill when he says 9 pound.
Acceptable.
He takes a second after pointing them out to you and says, I was informed to let you know that this will be a covert operation to a destination known as Scoria, where we have a forward operating base set up. There you will rendezvous with one of our outriders. You're to chart a course there. Travel time should be roughly 3 days' time, provided there is no issues during travel. Rations and produce, including dry foods, have been stocked down below. I will give you the coordinates so that you can begin your setup for travel. Before...
Now...
Oh, go ahead.
Question.
Yes, of
Covert.
course.
That's like optional, right? That's
Well-
like an option, a suggestion.
As far as I have been told, covert, at least in the sense of you all making sure that there is no visible signs that you are affiliated with the patrollers.
Oh, okay, that I can do.
Should trouble arise, then if that is what you are suggesting, you have ample excuses to be able to use the defenses of the ship.
That's what I like to hear. Great. Sounded better all the time. What's the catch?
There is one other responsibility given to you. One that proves pertinent that you leave ASAP. Come with me, he says, and he begins to lead you all down to the bottom of the ship. So if you guys want to head over to the storage room down below here at the bottom.
Will this be the quarters that I power down in?
Cedric says, well, we have crew quarters, but if you choose, then this could be. Let me throw this down bottom here. Hang on. To back. There we go. As
don't worry about it.
You notice here just a large portion of bags and crates that hold various storage things, as he mentioned, rations and a lot of the necessities for the crew. The door at the far end here is one of those doors that has like the kind of porthole view on it in the center and no other means of viewing through to the other side. And as you begin to step up yourself, Bolt, you notice a number of padlocks on the door, and you kind of push yourself up on your tiptoes. And as you peer through the view of the door, you see two familiar faces on the other side that, when your eyes lock, they gleam at you with a menacing glare.
Whoa.
One of them looks to you and says, They skitter around on their spider-like legs, their eel-like necks pulling and reeling back in both aggression but also slight aversion to seeing you again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, those were the ones that we just caught, right?
Yes, you know you actually wrangled these two yourself. This is Gaxorn and Tetralox, two Neogi that you were able to grab. They were once Omega Prison Ring escapees and seem to be locked at the bottom of the ship here.
Buck will knock on it and say, "Good to see you again, fellas. Sleeping well?"
Why are we transporting two living Neogi?
I also want to ask that same question.
Cedric is there with you in the room and mentions, it turns out that these two here may have information regarding the operation that you all will be undertaking. Your job is to keep them hidden and get them safely transported to the fob, alive, to Scoria for further questioning. I'd point out the risks, but you already are well aware of them, Bolt.
He just looks...
You also do notice that on this door, where the circular viewport is, that above it is one of those like rotating like tops or panels, so you can actually, Bolt, like just tap the cover, and it'll like swing over top of the viewport so that Gaxorn and Tetralox can't actually see outside of here.
Yeah.
So after showing you these two down below, Cedric says that if you have any further questions, you're welcome to ask him. Otherwise, he will meet you back up at the top and hopefully see you off as soon as you are ready.
So just transport the beasties to where they're going, and that's all.
That is what I have been told. That's correct.
Well, easy enough. What could possibly go wrong? Am I right, everyone?
Jesus.
God. This is gonna be fun.
So, low down on the prisoners, any extra sensory abilities, any super strength or anything? What do I need to warn what do I need to warn this crew about?
I would suggest, considering that they are a Neogi variety, from what little I know, potentially a cut above the rest, and Bolt, you would know this, they seemed a little more menacing than the standard Neogi. You didn't learn much about them other than that you were just tasked to bring them down and take them back as prisoners, which you were able to do successfully. You didn't necessarily get a history on them, maybe not even cared. You're just, you did the job, you got the coin for it, and were taken care of. He says, I would not leave anyone necessarily here alone with them, as they have a particular uniqueness and skill to occasionally commandeer the minds of those that they are able to find themselves in situations with. So just be warned for some things like that.
Terrible.
I have heard reports that some Neogi can also have access to certain means of magic, though even provided if they were to attempt to escape their current location, I do not see any means of them getting away off the ship alive. So I believe you have an advantage there, simply in numbers. It would essentially be in their best interest to stay put where they are and not cause trouble. Though they are Neogi, so that goes very much against their character. It is not in their blood to do as they are told, or to be truthful and honest, or anything above the board. So just be warned of that.
That's fine. If they escape, we'll just scuttle the ship.
Please.
Can I drive?
Well, that is the thing. Before I see you off, it is a caravel. However, it was recently acquired by the patrollers and has no name. You are welcome to christen it with one, should you so choose.
Predator.
That's stupid.
You're stupid.
Designation Dingus. 5.
That is a deep cut in-lore joke.
Deep cut. So you guys don't have to come up with a name now, but if there's anything that pops to mind that you guys want to settle on, just let me know.
I feel we can make it whatever, sponsored by Curios.
Cranium.
Oh, now we're talking. Get that sponsorship.
Big S decal on the side.
I mean, my vote's still the Predator. It's a good
Yes.
name.
Predator.
That's all
sponsored
right.
by
It's not that dumb, I guess.
Predator.
It's as good a name as any other.
I mean, it doesn't look very fearsome, but that's the thing, right? You put a fearsome name on it to
Okay,
compensate.
now it's cool. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Nope, Predator.
All right. I like you more because you agreed with me once. That's enough. Good enough.
Unity! Yeah, Predator! That works.
Predator? Okay. It is the
We're
Predator.
the Predator now. I mean, we're just cruising on a ship.
So, as you all make your way back topside, if you would like, finishing the last, couple minutes of you spending some time walking around the area here, getting a look of your surroundings. The bottom bunks here, which look like almost just a slapstick mixture of blankets and covers. This is for the crewmates and whomever else may be in addition to you all. They are part of the crew, and you guys are specifically patrollers, part of the survey, which a survey is not you just handing out a piece of paper with multiple questions. The survey is an actual skilled team of the patrollers who typically go out and survey various areas. So your quarters are actually on the second floor here, with a slightly more high-quality beds.
There's a fireplace.
There's no fireplace. There is a stove. That's actually like a workbench.
Oh, I see.
This area that you're pinging is sort of like the planning and charter room.
Nice.
Looks comfy.
I mean, it can technically, they can be whatever rooms you want, but that's kind of the current setup of it. So as you all begin to kind of make your way up at the top, it looks like your crew, after having kind of greeted you, is finishing the preparations and is ready to go. You also notice, Emma, that there is some plant life that is situated close to the front. Not too nothing too high to disturb your vision over it, although it may be a little difficult for you being a halfling.
I appreciate the plants on the ship. I'm glad they put them there.
You guys would also know, some of you, that the plant work is here to help facilitate the recollection of carbon dioxide and turn it into breathable air, as you have an air bubble that surrounds the ship and needs to occasionally be replenished. And having some plants aboard helps to supplant the need to refresh as quickly. So after getting everything ready, Cedric turns to you all and says, any other questions before I make my way off of this ship? I will not be joining you for this. I just was here to fill you in on the intel before your voyage started.
What's the pay? I look to Bolt. We're getting paid, right?
We're getting paid, Bolt?
I was not made privy of those details. You'll have to speak to the Outrider, who will be the one commandeering this operation once you reach Scoria.
Oh, well, Ironhide said you were becoming an Outrider, so we'll just talk to you when we're done.
Who, me?
No. Bolt, Pops.
Oh, right. Bolt is just shaking his head.
Gave me money before, so I guess it makes sense. Congratulations on your promotion.
That's not how this works.
It's an honor to serve under you, Outrider Bolt. And
Wow.
I wink my one eye that's not in an eye patch, so it just looks like I'm blinking.
What's happening?
All right, see ya.
So, is there any other questions before you guys begin your voyage to Scoria?
Yeah, who's piloting this ship?
Can I drive?
That is a very good question. We're about to go on break. This was something I considered posting to you all to get a good look at it, but I decided to surprise you instead. And don't worry, it's going to be a lot of stuff, but don't worry. There's going to be something that you guys will need to figure out. You are not being chauffeured around as chosen babies by the Lady of Pain like in Weird and Wild. You need to fly this ship. And because of that, you are going to be using the rules that are from... I'm just pulling them from the Unearthed Arcana that regards... that talks about ships. I will also show you this here.
Have we
And
this before? Maybe not. Never mind.
this is going to show you what your ship looks like. Gives you an idea of what it's all about. The stats of the ship. The weapons on the ship. The other thing is, with this Unearthed Arcana, and doesn't matter if this is sea, land, air, you're piloting a ship, you will need to choose your officers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Hey, look,
needs-
there's a cook right there for real. Look, cook.
No,
It
yeah.
needs officers to oversee its operations, and you'll fill 6 different roles. A person can fill only one role at a time, though multiple people can be assigned to a single role. Some roles aboard a ship reflect the need for trained experts to direct a crew's effort. Others focus on keeping the crew's health and morale in order. Each role is described below, along with the abilities and proficiencies that help a character excel at it, but that aren't required. So you have Captain, which Bolt is sort of just kind of immediately filing into, but it also kind of plays off your charisma, which I think works. And then you have First Mate, Bosun, Quartermaster, Surgeon, and Cook. You also have your crew. If your ship's capacity is below 10, you'll need to maintain a crew number equal to the missing capacity, which is the 4 here to make up 10. The crew will clean and perform most duties around the ship. They can handle any job from cooking to firing weapons, though do so at a less proficient level than ranked patrollers. They have a morale level that can rise or fall depending on a variety of factors. So just naturally, similar to how Bolt did at the beginning, which actually factors into it somewhat, you're going to make sure to want to check in with them and ensure that they're well taken care of during the voyage. So as we begin to take a quick 5 or so minute break here, you guys can take a look at either the PDF I posted or just the Caravel stats here. And if you scroll down, you'll see all the similar officer roles here listed. So I want you guys to And I think it'd probably be best, you can do it while we're on break, but if you want to do it on air, you can do so too in terms of who should take what role and all the rest. So in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break. But before I do, whoever is in the chat, I have a question for you that has a pretty easy answer. I just want to know, and make sure you're also following the Twitch channel here, but I want to know the answer. In a D&D dice set, it goes from smallest to largest. It goes D4, D6, D8. What is the die that comes after a D8? Please post that in the chat for me. And if you do, you will win yourself a set of glow-in-the-dark dice.
That's
Good luck.
that's a gimme. Come on.
It's super easy.
It's
free.
It's free dice. It's free dice.
It's free real estate.
Free real estate.
It's free dice.
Free real estate on the dark dice.
Real isopod hours.
They're nice dice too.
They are. They're very cool.
Hey, they're fun glow-in-the-dark die. We may do more than just glow-in-the-dark stuff too. So, but yes. So I'll give you guys a second to do that if anyone's there. Also, if anyone in the chat is listening as well, if you guys want to, and this is for a sub giveaway provided by Nick. Thank you very much, Nick. If you guys want to, please post !roll, and mine won't count. I'm just showing you how it's done here because I have this built in. And nice little Nightbot there is going to make a roll. So if you guys want, make a roll, and whoever gets the highest roll, and like by the time I come back from break, will win a gifted sub. So this is a great point for us to take a 5-minute break. Some people may have been listening, or they may be listening from their phones, and that's like a longer delay. So let's go ahead and take our 5-er, and we'll come back, go potty or get some drinks, and we'll meet back here and talk about who is choosing what role before the voyage begins. So we'll be right back, guys.
RP the little
The
first
Twixt is a dangerous place.
Oh, let me turn this off. Don't need that anymore. Okay. Welcome back. Apparently no one wants some glow-in-the-dark dice or a free sub. I will just quickly say it again, though. If you guys want to win a set of glow-in-the-dark dice, let me know in terms of the hierarchy of D&D dice what comes after the... Hang on just a second. Let me double check here. Make sure I got my questioning correct. Let's see. After the D8, what comes next? Let me know in the chat. And you first answer will just win glow-in-the-dark dice. Also, give me a exclamation mark roll, all is one word, to roll with Nightbot. And by the end of the session, the highest roll will win a free sub via Nick. Thank you so much. And hey, if no one actually does any of this, we'll just save it until next session. Somebody will get it. It's just a fun prize for anyone playing. Oh, that's gonna be hard to beat. So yes, you guys had been given your instructions. You seem to have some ne'er-do-wells trapped, captured at the bottom of the ship. Otherwise, you were given the rolls as in R-O-L-E-S, not dice rolls, that you're going to have to fill in terms of taking off of the ship. Did you guys have an idea, because I kind of stepped away from the computer, do you guys have an idea of who may want to take what roles?
Well,
I think so.
And as a reminder, just to keep everyone in the know, let me reveal, if you will scroll down to the bottom left of this area, they will be kept tallied here. So then, we have Bolt as the captain. Seems pretty obvious.
Oh.
Let's see who is going to take on the role of, let me see here, first mate.
I know a first mate when I see one. And we decided off camera, but we're role playing, that I decided.
I like it.
Cogman.
First mate, this specially keeps the crew's morale up by providing close supervision, encouragement, and discipline. Oh, Cogman, huh? A first mate benefits from a high charisma score, as well as proficiency with intimidation and persuasion. Oh, shit, a little crack of the whip from Cogman.
This is gonna be good.
Well, obviously you need the best at your right hand, so here I am.
That's exactly right. Who can learn a lot from you?
I'll
As well, you'll have to learn a lot from the crew. The best first mate gets the most out of his crew. It's not the best for...
I know how to keep organics in line.
That doesn't sound hard.
The crew looks to you, Cogman, and they give you, like, you know, they hear what you're saying and then give the hearty, like, a fist over the chest, recognizing you as your first mate title.
As it should.
They don't seem to, like, you know, this is, the patrollers are quasi-military, so there's some stern talk here and there, so they don't seem any averse to what Cogman is saying. Okay, Bosun, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Who's taking on that role?
I didn't hear, so I don't know. But I role play.
Bosun.
Looking at you guys, I can tell you've got the one with the fingers. You all decided that I don't know.
I don't think we picked a Bosun.
We didn't pick one. Ironhide kind of.
So the Bosun provides technical advice to the captain and crew and leads repair and maintenance efforts. A good bosun has a high strength score as well as proficiency with carpenter tools and the athletics skill. These are not all necessary. They're not like requirements to fit the role. They're just things like, hey, these would really help if you're going to fill this role.
You could be repairing the ship.
I mean, the hippo's got a hammer. That's for repairs, right?
Yeah, I like wrenching on stuff, and I like eating. Can I eat? Why? Can I drive too?
I mean, I don't see why not. Suppose everything's working.
Perfect. I'm Captain Bosun. I like it.
Wait, but we already have a captain.
I'm the Captain Bosun.
You are
decided.
All right.
Remember who the captain is.
What? Who? Which?
I'm the
Which one are you? Which?
Bolt is
Oh
the
yeah,
captain.
you're my favorite. You're a good first mate, aren't you? Really good at
Captain
your
Bolt,
job.
I can assist with repairs or technical advice should he need them.
Oh, I'll be doing everything. Don't worry about that.
So Thunder,
Come
do you, and you know these roles can be switched whenever you want. Thunder, are you
okay,
wanting to
good.
take the mantle of bosun?
I would prefer to shoot for Quartermaster. I think it might work
Okay.
a little bit.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I'm gonna eat.
You can
let's
have multiple roles too, right, Jason?
multiple people can be in one role, but one person can't take on multiple roles. So let's leave bosun on the table. Let's just move on to Quartermaster. The Quartermaster plots the ship's course, relying on knowledge of nautical charts and study of weather and sea and wild space. A reliable Quartermaster tends to have high wisdom score as well as proficiency with navigator's tools and the nature skill. Thunder, are we thinking Thunder is Quartermaster?
Well, I have proficiency with land or sea and flying vehicles, so I was hoping I could potentially use that. But my nature is only +4 off of it's run off intelligence here on my sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it said wisdom. My wisdom's only a +1 on my score. But I mean,
Those are you don't have to be great at those. Those are just like optional bonuses, right, Jason?
In terms of, what was it?
The description.
Just the description for the roles.
Yeah, like, those are like, hey, you will be better fit for this role if you have these things.
It's not a requirement.
does any of this require magic use like Spelljammers?
If you are going to pilot the ship, it is, you notice the turn wheel up at the front is similar to, if you guys remember in Weird and Wild, your little goblin dart ship, or your wreck boat rather, inside similarly has like one of those like pirate wheels, but inscribed across it is what looks like magical runes that light up. It is a Spelljammer helm and will require someone to expend spell slots to power the ship forward.
I mean, it's not bad to have a backup if needed.
Okay.
So let's just put you under Quartermaster in the meantime. We have first mate. Let's see here, being Cogman. We're just putting your guys' names under here, right there. Okay. Surgeon. The ship's surgeon tends to injuries, keeps illnesses from spreading throughout the ship, and oversees sanitation. A capable surgeon benefits from high intelligence score as well as proficiency with herbalism kits and the medicine skill. I have a feeling I know who may be cut out for this one. Who's...
Yeah. If nobody wants it, I'll take it.
Cogman looks to Bolt. The small one seems like she might fit well.
Which one's the small one?
Yeah.
The small one.
Is
I
that
have
you?
a name. You can call me Emma.
Where's
Yeah,
that coming
small,
from?
but
Who is talking?
Hello? This is like the 7th time I said hello to you.
Oh, you're my favorite. Hi. You're my little
Hi.
champion.
That's right, I am. So, you'll be using my name from now on, Cogman.
Your name's Cogman too? I thought that one's name was Cogman.
No, that one's
Can you
name
guys
was
make up your mind, please? I'm the
Oh,
captain, bosun.
Yeah, okay. I'll be the surgeon.
Cogman is really starting to dislike Ironhide.
Look,
You're my
it's-
favorite.
Look, surgeons cauterize wounds on mammals, right? She seems like the perfect fit.
Yeah, I am the perfect fit. Duh.
I'm sure you burnt a mammal or two.
That's why I recommended her.
Little bit, yes, some. Mhm.
This makes sense to me. We'll fit you in that
Can you
role.
heat these up? Can you heat these up?
Yeah, I can. Do you want the package heated too, or do you just want?
Yeah, the packet too. You're my champion.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna heat them both. So. Yeah.
Just ruffle your hair up a little bit, yeah.
You
Oh yeah,
watch
I like
as
head pads. Okay, sure,
this-
whatever.
small flame is produced in Emma's palms to heat up your snacks, Ironhide.
I like
that-
this one.
Fire hazard. Wooden ship.
I'll do more heating if you give me more head pads.
Okay, I'll just pick you up
Aw.
and you can walk around here.
Oh, yes.
Hey, A cook. A ship's cook works with limited ingredients aboard a ship to make meals. A skilled cook keeps the crew's morale in top shape, while a poor one drags down the entire crew's performance. A talented cook has high constitution score as well as proficiency with brewer supplies or cook's utensils. Who is going to be taking that role over?
Ill steps forward and says, all right, look, I know 2 things about the host that I used to, birth myself. You know how mind players do. Anyway, 1, he has big muscles. See, he kind of squishes his weird translucent flesh. 2, he's good at cooking stuff. And I'm pretty sure I remember how to do most of it.
Oh, do we get to eat brains?
I mean, if you want, I can cook some for you.
I'll try some.
Sure.
The crew...
Fair, and then a brains as a side, and then we can decide how many brains we want to cook for in the main course, eh?
Look. It's not going to be brains every night, unless you want to get rid of some of these elves around here. But I could cook other things too, like sausages. You mammals like that stuff, don't you?
Sausages?
That's the one.
Thunder's gonna point a giant metal hand over at Emma. Captain Bolt, I do believe that designation Emma is sautéing the high caloric desserts that Ironhide is ingesting. Would she not be a good cook as well?
Do you eat Debbie's?
I can.
Do you want?
process.
Do you want? I'll share. I mean, there's somebody else's, but I'll share them.
Counterpoint. Would you rather I be surgeon?
The
I
crew,
mean, that might be fun.
the crew has a bit of
Designation
a
Ill is a perfect cook.
There we go. That's
mix
what
of
I
a
thought.
puzzled look and a slight worry in their eyes.
Yeah, you don't want me to have that job, no. We lost another one. What a shame.
Why are they all missing their brains?
It says here he was an organ donor.
No, he ejected the body out into the astral sea. It was sad.
I mean, technically you're doing both if you're the surgeon and the cook.
I can take both. Anyway, I'm the cook.
So, Ironhide, that just leaves you and the bosun role.
Yeah, I'm the Captain Bosun. We talked about this.
All right, there we go. Captain Bosun. Perfect.
Bosun.
All
This
right.
one. Oh, is it?
With that settled, Cedric has given you, Bolt, Captain, the coordinates to lead you to Scoria. However, you're going to need to chart a flight there before you head off. So, in order to do so, I'm going to need either you, which is the standard the case that you've seen before, the captains undertake the activity of drawing a map, but it doesn't have to be you. I need someone to draw a map that will record the ship's progress and help the crew navigate their way over to your destination of Scoria.
I can do the cartography thing if we really need. But, you know.
To believe we really do need that. Was that under somebody's duties? Were they looking to do that especially? No? Alright, good luck.
Yeah, it's not anyone's specific role, per se.
Alright.
Quartermaster provides nautical charts and things like that.
I can
The
do that.
charts aren't necessarily the path and stuff.
I'm proficient in investigation and arcana. I mean, that plotting a course, I don't know if that would be under investigation or not.
I'm thinking that they collect the materials. Like, they go into town and do all the trading for the chart and stuff. Not necessarily.
Alright.
Basically, to do this check, the Unearthed Arcana says no check required, but I think it's fun to do a check. I think either like a nature to know the way there, what dangers may be on the way, a history check, kind of knowing the path there, or any other relevant check. It would even take probably an investigation, although DC may be a little bit hard to produce something accurate.
Can like two of us put our heads together and do
Yeah,
Because
yeah, absolutely.
Il has cartography tools, but he doesn't know anything about making star charts.
Sure. Like Il could pair up with someone else, and you guys could kind of make a little group check if you want.
I'll
I
put
have
up with you.
advantage on my investigation.
Okay.
Okay. So who all's trying to draft the map? Sounds like
Can we draw
Ill,
with crayons?
Thunder, Cogman, are you joining in?
I can try.
Okay. It just means that you guys have to pass like whoever is participating a roll. So why don't you guys? Oh, Emma's gonna give some guidance out. Does that have any magical flair to it, Emma?
Who's doing it?
I guess it was.
The three: Ill, Thunder, and Cogman.
Yeah.
Oh God, all of you.
I already have advantage, so.
Oh, I'm not gonna give it to you anyway. I'll give it to Thunder, and she'll just she'll like give him a good old little friendly fist bump. You go get him. Ow.
Yeah. Yes, please, Thunder. Please, actually go get him. Well, I rolled an 11 on a +7 roll.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you each make a separate check? So Ill will be using his cartographer tools to craft. Cogman, you're doing your investigation, so that's an 11. Ill got an 11, and Thunder, give me a check that is neither of those.
Let's see. I've got +4 in history.
Yeah.
History will work. You may have flown some of the ways that these coordinates are leading to, and may have an idea of the best route there.
And guidance give me advantage on that, or
It gives you D4.
A D4
that's right.
on top of your normal rolls.
Oh my God.
He'll give you bardic inspiration.
Okay. What's the D?
It's a D6.
Okay, 15 on cartography.
13 to plot.
Nice. Okay. It was looking a little scary there for a second. But you guys, it takes some time for your personalities to work together and to gel, but you're able to craft a relatively accurate looking map to help navigate on the way. So once this is done, you guys hand it over to Bolt, and preparations are ready. Although you have your rolls, there are some things on the ship that don't require a primary role. Using weapons on the ship, piloting the ship. The only thing that necessitates piloting the ship is, as you guys know from Spelljammer lore, you have to use magic. So you have to have spells, and you have to expend spell slots to pilot the ship. If you look, I put in the rules at the top is your Predator, the Caravel. And underneath the movement rules, every 8 hours you have to expend any spell slot you want, but it has to be expended to continue propelling the ship forward.
We can do that. I mean, that's between us. We can switch off then if we need to.
Yeah, no one has to spend the entire time doing it. Also, while you guys are moving with your magic infused into the Spelljammer helm, your speed is 20 times the highest level of your unexpended spell slot.
Whoa.
Huh.
And that's when you are not spelljamming.
Wow.
Spelljamming, I don't even have a number on it. So when you're not spelljamming, if you guys have like a leftover 5th level spell slot, you know, that's 5 and 20, so you're moving 100 feet per turn. And that is outside of actually like spelljamming at your highest speeds. Also, there is a special technique called a jammer boost, and this is available to anyone who is proficient with vehicles, because you would be trained in using this for Spelljammer as well. You may expend a spell slot during your turn to move 40 times the level of the expended spell slot for a turn.
Speed boost.
Love it.
Is
And
anybody proficient with vehicles? Let's get that up front right now.
What was it?
Is anybody proficient with vehicles?
Me.
Thunder.
Yeah, Ironhide is... Oh, no, land vehicles. Sorry.
No, that still counts.
Oh,
Counts.
tools, vehicles. Got
Yeah,
it on my sheet.
I'll take vehicles in general.
Looks like we have wheelman number 1 and wheelman number 2 already.
I like driving.
Wheelman number
Oh.
1 and wheelman number 8.
Does it, table-wise, does it matter that I don't have spell slots?
Yes,
It does. It does.
Ironhide, you like happily step up to the Spelljammer helm, which is just like a normal like pirate-looking wheel of the ship here, and you grab on. You notice that there is some darkened, what looks like carved-in runes, and wait for the magic to begin, and nothing happens.
Shinies. I like buttons. What's this do?
Nope.
Oh, cool.
Do I smack it harder? Why is it not working? Go faster.
Huh.
I'm done. This is boring. I'm out of here. I'm going back to the front of the ship.
It's all right, we'll find you
People and your magic. Get out of here. Gone. I need to eat.
Also, if it's important to any of you, this is a caravel, so it is a ship that can move through water, because some Spelljammers can't land on water, but this one can.
Oh.
Awesome.
So, with that all said, I know, again, that's a ton of info, but don't worry. I don't know half of it either. We'll just become more accustomed to it as time goes on. And if you forget who is who, you have the PDF that you can refer to, as well as I put those rules for the roles in your caravel under rules. And for specific roles, you can just scroll down to the bottom left and see who is in charge of what. So in the meantime, are you guys ready to begin your journey?
Yes. Do it.
All right.
I guess.
Wow.
This is why we're here.
Holy shit.
That is why we're here.
That's why I said it.
Let me, hey, let's go have a talk over here. Why don't we go have a talk over here?
If you insist.
Oh, I remember this place.
Oh
They talk
no.
about.
If you guys will scroll up to the very top left.
Oh no.
Astral Gateway is gone, but the hearts are still there.
Yes.
It's a fog of war. We just can't see it.
Now,
Definitely.
Jason, out of character, when exactly is this taking place in the Weird and Wild timeline? Do we know for sure?
The year in between 1 and 2, right?
I kind of hinted at it. This is a couple weeks after General Gruff's death. And if
Okay,
you
yeah,
remember,
yeah.
General Gruff was on the whale ship in Season 1. So this is in relation to your characters in Weird and Wild, probably a few weeks after the entire thing of the Omega Prison Ring and its destruction.
So we're inside the time thing.
You guys are currently inside of the demi-plane of time, not even in the Twixt plane right now.
The
Also,
main cast, not this cast.
Yes.
the reason that some of these places are hidden, including the Astral Gateway, is because you guys are patrollers, not the Wild Tycoons. You don't know that that even exists.
Yeah.
What exists?
And technically, it doesn't even exist yet.
Predator. Show nameplate. Hey, that's a good point too.
What does the Weird and Wild show exist? No. We started before.
The
that,
Weird
right?
and Wild show does exist.
Yeah, we got that whole thing on Rec.
Yeah.
I did the math when he said that. I think we're like 4 episodes in, like 4 or 5, because we had just started it.
The newest episode would have been the one where you guys took on that the beholder inside of the whale ship of the Pioneer Patroller.
That's right.
The
We
one that
had-
incriminates us.
Yeah. we
Um,
had to destroy Rec so people didn't see it for a while anyway.
That was the birth of Big Dipra.
Did you guys make that one public, or did you get rid of that?
The Beholder thing? No, we
Yeah.
hammed the shit out of that.
Okay,
That-
I figured
for-
you would, because I remember
we were
Kaz.
helping them out at that time. That's
Yeah.
it.
Right.
There's some confusion among the patroller ranks as to how you even got there, but they can't find you right now to ask you, and have more pressing matters to deal with currently. It is up to your characters if you have seen any of the Weird and Wild episodes recorded by the Wild Tycoons, which are Wild Knots who do not have any Cosmo Consortium affiliation. To you guys, they are crazy adventurers who have no security to fall upon, unlike the patrollers here. You have no idea why some of them do that. Doesn't make sense. It seems like you either potentially get rich, or more often than not, as a Wild Knot / adventurer, you just die. So, better to be a patroller, better to have a support faction with your back, and a nice stipend when you finally get up in age and consider quitting with benefits.
Huh.
So you guys will see that your predator is over top the Pioneer Quagga here. And if you guys want, I need to know who is going to be piloting the ship. First off.
I volunteer. Unless you want to. A captain's first way out on the water, so to speak.
No. I'd like to see my crew arc. You go for it.
Alright, awesome. Now what do I roll to pilot?
You don't need to roll anything to pilot.
Okay.
I just need you to mark off any spell slot.
I will use a first level spell slot then.
Okay, so just go ahead and mark that off. And the ship begins to travel. You guys leave the Pioneer Quagga. It becomes this, at first, large, massive slab of rock and slowly dissipates smaller and smaller as the area around here that you are currently located in has this nice reddish maroon haze of different nebulas and interesting winding elements that are around this particular area of the Twixt. As you make your way through, 2 more hours are going to pass in this first day, so I essentially am going to need for you, Thunder, to mark off 2 more spell slots. And of course, this is temporary, because keep in mind, at any point you can switch off and take a full rest. I just need to keep tabs, depending on if anything happens, what spell slots you have used or not. So if there's anything you guys want to do for the rest of the day, let me know. Otherwise, you go ahead, Thunder, mark off 2 more spell slots to make that 24 hours. Or if you want to switch off with anybody, you can. It's up to you.
No, that's
looking all right there, Thunder.
yeah. That's 3 of my 4 first level. I look over to Bolt and say, "Correct. I am sufficient."
All right, bud. Looking good.
I would probably pull Cogman aside for something real quick.
Sure. You guys are in the middle of space travel. Everyone's
Yeah.
kind of getting used to their different things. We can say that you guys maybe are below deck, kind of taking a second. You kind of pull him over to the side.
Yeah, I guess into the galley. Like, psst. Cogman, come here.
Yes.
Yeah, so, I couldn't help but notice your unconventional weaponry, I say, pointing at his cane. How's that work out for you?
It's a good eye, actually. I pull on the head of the eagle of the cane, and it shows it's a rapier.
You know, I appreciate fine craftsmanship. I got an eye for it. I guess, like you said, it's the only eye I have, but it's a good one. So, what'd you say if I could make it better? Your cane, not my eye. My eye's already as good as it's gonna get.
What do you propose?
Listen, I can soup this baby up, grease it up, grease it down, sharpen it, make it split as a whistle, whatever that means. I just made it up. Anyway, cut through steel, I can make it. Help you save face in front of the crew, huh? In case we get into scrape.
You've done this before?
Oh, yeah. I cook and I work with guns, and swords are like really long bullets that go slower. So it's the same general principle. Trust me, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love the way you look.
I guarantee.
If it gets damaged, it won't go well.
It'll come if it gets damaged. I promise you, it'll come out of Bolt's paycheck.
Yeah, as long as it's one of you organics.
Right.
I hope you can do your thing.
All right, so I take his cane and I take it into the galley at this little stack of like gun cases that I've made into a makeshift workbench instead of the place on the ship that has the actual workbench. And I will infuse Cogman's cane with one of my 2 infusions.
Nice.
It's a +1 weapon now. You can make it a +1 weapon.
Don't mind if I do.
On D&D Beyond. Actually, there might be I don't think you get the infusions tab if you're not an artificer. It might be under. What happens when you hit equipment on your character sheet?
So I see my rapier.
Do you have all inventory attunement, and then what's after that?
All inventory attunement, other possession.
Okay, yeah, you don't have infusion, so you'll have to add a separate +1 rapier to your character sheet. Sorry, I guess thanks D&D Beyond.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's a +1 to hit, right? No,
it's
damage.
+1 to hit and damage.
Oh, both. Sweet.
Yeah, it's just a +1 rapier. It should be on D&D Beyond's database there.
And it counts as magical now, right?
And it counts as magical, so it gets around immune to mundane monsters,
Excellent. Thank you.
Anyway, we'll put that to good use if I have anything to say about it. Listen, between you and me, those Neogi aren't staying there. I know one thing about Neogi, and they could break out in a split second if they wanted to. They're just waiting for something. I can feel it. Something bad's gonna happen, and I ain't gonna tell it to the captain yet. But be on the lookout, yeah?
Should we have someone down there?
No, that's worse. That's worse. They fall under the Neogi's thrall. It's 3 versus the rest of us. We just gotta stay alert. Feign ignorance so we can catch them by surprise. And just sleep with one eye open. And I always do, because I only got the one.
You're getting a lot of mileage out of that one eye.
I know. Look, it's when you lose one eye, all of your senses grow to compensate for the lack of the one eye.
Grow a sense of humor to compensate.
Anyway, you're all right, Cogman. I like your attitude. These people are scum, but we're gonna get through this alive, all right?
That we agree on.
All right.
Which part?
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, that's the little ill and Cogman vignette there.
Nice. Kevin, your video went off, it looks like.
Yeah, my computer crashed. I'm on the phone actually.
Oh
right
shit.
now.
Okay. Go ahead, Slim.
I was going to say, I would call Bolt over when maybe the deck is kind of quiet.
If you guys want me to, let me know if you ever want to switch back to the actual ship view. I'm happy to do it. Just let me know if you want to. Otherwise, we can just role play here on the map.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Captain, may I have your attention, sir?
What you got?
May I drop the formalities a bit?
I already said yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. It is easier to speak like this. This is how I was created. I didn't want to breach protocol.
It's no problem. It's on your mind, champ. On your
circuit board is good too. This ship is very similar to the ones on Neo Gokyo. They were more metallic. This one's, I guess, more organic and wood. I don't have a problem piloting it, and I wanted to thank you for giving me the opportunity. This is considered my first assignment.
No problem, bud. Just, make the best of it. That's all I'd ask of you.
A captain goes down with the ship, but I, taking the role of quartermaster, would follow as well.
Jesus.
It is
Why are we talking about going down with the ship? Let's keep everything afloat.
Well, I'm a bit worried.
About sinking?
The ship is made of wood, sir.
I've seen its fair amount of wear and tear. I point out a bunch of different spots around. It wouldn't come back if it can survive some of this stuff. We'll be all right.
You see him kind of just push his hand down across his visor just a little bit to lower his voice tone. The small one creates lots of fire.
Yeah?
I don't want the ship to burn, sir.
No, it'll be all right.
All right, I may be able to assist her with that. I have an idea.
Oh, okay, sure.
I kind of look at the wheel and look at him, and it's been 24 hours, sir. Or close to it.
Flag.
Do you think someone could take over?
Oh, yeah, no problem. I got you. That's why I asked you if you were good earlier, but that's all right. We got you now.
Thank you, sir.
Whoa. Wait. You know it handles like a Corvette more than a Sandra. What's this called? Casablanca? What's the name of
The Caravel?
Caravel.
He awkwardly salutes to you and then heads down below.
So, are you taking over, Bolt?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of step up and grip the wheel. As you do, similar to Spelljammer, you feel the sensation surround you as if your senses envelope the ship. You get the feeling that the ship is like an extra appendage, and you felt this too, Thunder, as you piloted it. This sensation that you can just move it with a thought. You have to expend spell slots to continue going. Thunder, you did the first full 24 hours, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you can go ahead and you can say that this next 8 hours could be your long rest if you'd like to. Otherwise, Bolt, you take over, and not only does this feel like an extra appendage, but you have this sense in your mind that you can get a rough idea of who is on the ship and where they are. It is kind of like a dream in a sense, where your vision is not acute, it is blurry, but you're able to at least it's kind of like in the movies when someone uses echolocation, and it does that sort of just silhouette of someone. You can identify them. It may be difficult to make out what they're doing necessarily, but you can at least get a sense of where everything is. Most importantly, you can sense the fact that the two Neogi are still down in their cells where they should be. So an apt way to keep an eye on them by just spell jamming. So as the first 24 hours ends, you guys can go ahead and move the Predator one space forward. Also, you're serving as the cook, correct?
That's right.
Will you make me some type of check to begin making a few meals for the crew over the first day?
Oh,
Let's
you're
see,
cooking?
let's-
You can totally. I wanna cast guidance on him and bother him throughout this.
Listen, it's totally fine. I've cooked for you type before.
You didn't even know how to say sausage.
Look, I don't know how to say food to know how to make it. Now shut up and eat your salad.
Just wanted to pop in and say I hope the first meal's great because it's important for the crew morale. Okay, bye.
My check will determine what I'm making.
Oh God.
It is fucking immaculate, apparently. Hold on. Oh, and you said you got him a guidance bee?
Yes.
All right.
Bolt is like Leslie Nielsen from Airplane.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We got some salad from the produce. Emma, what's the side?
The side?
Yeah. What's the side? Since you're helping me.
Oh shit! But you said there was already a salad, and so there has to be a side that's not a salad.
First meal is 3 course. Keeps morale up.
Big. What? Okay. Can I do dessert instead? I don't really know
Sure.
about 3 sides. Cool.
Done.
All right. I just want to take a whole bunch of little Debbies that I found and make a big giant, like big patty, like a big old patty.
Okay, that's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
great.
What, Jason? What's the equivalent of chicken?
Acid
Acid
pigeon.
pigeon.
Acid. All right, here we go. We got a salad from local microgreens and an acid pigeon diavolo pasta that I made myself. Also for dessert, the lovely Emma made us a patty of sautéed and mashed little Debbies. Enjoy.
One of the crew members looks over to you and says, "Sir, the acid pigeon, has it been de-acided?"
Has it been? What do I look like to you? A tadpole? Of course it's been. This ain't my first rodeo, pal.
Yes, sir, they say.
I suppose from the 27 total, it is appropriately de-acided.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did you milk the pigeon?
And he'll eat your brain.
You guys can dig in if you'd like. The crew members do that thing where they like all look at one another, and they wait for one of them to like see who's gonna actually try it first. But as they see some of you, like Emma, beginning to dig in, they finally themselves decide to dig in and eat. With your check, Il, the food is actually pretty damn good, pretty accurate.
I sit down and I open up my backpack and I take out this like gray ashy bark-like substance and just start gnawing on it.
Oh.
Is it brain jerky? What is that?
Yeah, I mean you got it in one. I mean, what else could it be, right?
Like what? But like, is it like, like what type of brain? There's like.
Hey, listen, I like to do this thing called Borp. It's a brain-based trail mix where I just dry out a bunch of different types of brain and mix them together, and then it's like a surprise in every bite.
But can you tell which brain you're eating?
No, I can't.
Oh, it's not really. Fun.
Listen, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Most brain tastes the same.
Oh, that's
delicious.
So exciting. Okay, well. Let me just have a little piece. I just want to try a little piece. Don't tell Bull or anything. Just give you a little piece.
All right. No promises if you pick Halfling. And
wait, what did you?
I told you it was a mixture. Listen, I'm sure they were very bad people.
You're right. I'll eat bad Halfling brain.
They're very bad people on both sides. Okay.
Anyway, I slowly open my backpack towards Emma, and there's just a bunch of like hunks of like dried, gnarled, fist-sized,
sick,
like sponge-looking things in there.
How's it going, guys? This dinner was delicious. You did a great job, Bill. I can't wait to see what you come up with next.
All right. Well,
anything pretty good? Look at her. She's chuffed to bits. All right. I'm gonna go say hi to everybody else.
It's okay. There's no halflings in there. I was just fucking with you.
It's pretty gross anyway.
Yeah, well, do what you can.
So as you guys finish your meal and the first day comes to a wrap, Thunder heads down after his meal to get some rest so you can recoup those 3 spell slots, Thunder. In the meantime, Bolt, you can expend a spell slot and propel the ship forward 8 hours for the second day's travel. Give me a what's your passive perception check, Bolt?
Passive perception is a 12.
Okay. What is everyone else's passive perception? Anything higher than 12?
Am I on my first or second spell slot? Sorry.
You're on your. This is the first 8 hours of the second day, so just 1 spell slot down.
True that.
Passive perception 13 for Ironhide.
Same.
11.
I'm waiting for my sheet to load. Sorry.
I have a
That's
13 in investigation passively, but that's not the same thing.
Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, as you are piloting Bolt, some of the crew, you notice one of them up at the front of the ship with what looks like a spyglass, and they extend it out and take a look. You notice one of them kind of pulls in another and is speaking to him, and one of the larger humanoid looking, the regular human, kind of heads over and says, Captain, it appears as though there is a relatively turbulent asteroid field ahead.
Well, shit.
We should be able to push through. We'll just need to keep an eye on everything as we push through this hazard, he says. Just wanted to make you aware of it, sir.
Your responsibility is appreciated and noted.
Okay. Where is everyone else currently on the ship as Bolt is about to begin to head forward into this hazard? Thunder went down into the the survey quarters, your guys' private quarters, to rest. Is anyone else in there or somewhere else right now? Where are you guys at?
Probably in the galley still.
Okay.
Ironhide was on the very, very front of the boat, Titanic style. Because I want to go fast and fly, because I can't drive, because it's broken.
So let me shift you back over here.
Is there like a intership intercom?
There is no intercom, so you guys, Wild Tycoons were spoiled by having advanced equipment. There is no astrolabe on this ship. There is nothing fancy. The way that you guys communicate between ships is a series of flags that you have in stock here on the ship in storage, and you essentially just wave those flags, and that is how you essentially communicate. And all of you just being part of the patrollers, it's like part of your inductee training is to understand what they're communicating when they use the flags. So nothing fancy, but you can communicate if you can see the flags being used by another party if they're close enough.
Because I would probably try and get everybody below deck if we're going to head into a meteor storm. Everybody,
probably a good idea.
Everybody keep safe if you're not rigging the lines or sailor talk nonsense. Then get down below.
The crew is happy to do so, but you just, for your information, Bolt, you know that you're going to need all hands on deck with the survey themselves.
All hands on deck.
Well, okay, yeah, necessary crew only if you're not the thing that I said.
The crew heads down below. One of the crewmates leans towards you, Bolt, before heading down and says, "Sir, is it safe to go to bottom deck?" We could wait close to storage, if you'd like.
I'd say probably buddy system, but there's two of them, so double buddy system? 4 people?
Bolt, also, as you left that room, the cover to the opening into the area where Gaxorn and Tetralox are, did you spin that to close it, or is it still open and visible?
Because it was just storage out. Yeah, actually, probably close it.
Okay, that's fine. So, 2 of them are actually going to head down there then. The other 2...
I said buddy system. There has to be 4 of you.
Oh.
Don't get caught outnumbered.
All of us will go, sir, they say, and they begin to head down.
Alright.
Oh,
I don't want to just lose half of you. I want to lose all of you or none of you.
So you can tell that up ahead, things are going to be a little turbulent. It is enough time that passes that you, Thunder, are able to awaken from your 8-hour sleep and get back into gear to head topside before the hazard has to be passed through.
I'm going to head upstairs with the plate of the food and then just open up like a little vent, pour it in, and then he's just gonna like vibrate like a blender. It's just gonna disappear.
Oh God.
Okay. So, as you guys push forward, you see quite a few different types of asteroids moving at a pretty turbulent rate through this field here. It is going to require a check from each of you. This is a hazard check. Ooh. So, Captain, first off, as you guys begin piloting through, you can hear the cacophonous sound of large asteroids smashing into one another, seeing bits of debris fly close to you. You can feel and hear pieces smack along your ship, but each of you, using your expertise in your assigned positions, do your best to avoid the large majority of the turbulence and proceed through as large pieces veer close to the ship and you try to quickly navigate your way through safely. Captain, I need you to make an intelligence check. It's just going to be the base mod, and if you have proficiency with vehicles, you could add that too. I don't think Bolt does, so it's just going to be a base intelligence mod.
Oh boy.
I look to him and say, "Sir, would you like me to man the helm?"
I think that'd probably be a better idea. Yeah, helmsman number A, get on up here.
So, Thunder can take the wheel, but this is actually specifically a check for the captain himself to give the orders to help navigate through here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Alright. Everybody, do the things that you're supposed to be doing. In a 14 style manner.
Okay. Before
do them well.
Before the ship is fully engulfed in the belt, the crew quickly makes last-minute preparations under the guidance of the first mate. Please, Cogman, give me a charisma check, and this is intimidation, to quickly put a pep in the step of the crew.
I think it's a +7.
Ooh. Yeah.
Can't get my stupid thing to load, but I think it's a +7. I don't know why my shit. Crap.
Seems somewhat likely.
I'll say sure for now. Sure.
I hit the button.
The Mighty says he's having a hard time hearing you, Kyle. I hear you fine myself, but maybe I need to turn you up a little bit here in Discord.
Hold my mic closer.
Kyle's just a naturally quiet guy. There, I boosted you a little bit in Discord myself. Okay, what was your check, Kevin?
I don't know why the dice. I hit the D20 button. I'm sure they're all gonna load at once.
There they go.
There. Oh, first one.
No.
First one.
Oh yeah, Cogman got the first one. All right, cool. So.
Yeah,
So-
+7. If it
Damn
matters.
it.
Nope.
We're in the weird though, right?
I'm gonna
Yes,
add that
we
to the total, but first I need you to roll a D1000, Cogman, because you guys are technically in the weird. Perhaps you're passing through a cloud of it as we speak, though to you cannot tell because it is indistinguishable to the naked eye.
And
here we go. 344. Okay, let me take a look here.
You explode.
All right, this is weird, so take this for how you will. Although I think this is... I don't think this is going to work the way that this book wanted it to. 344, the caster's head reverts back to how it was when they were 6 months old.
It looks exactly the same.
Okay.
That's pretty convenient.
Cogman, nothing happens, though you feel as though the direction you're giving your crew is not as adequate as you would hoped for it to be. But they continue quickly making last-minute checks before pushing down underneath the ship. Bosun, is that Ironhide?
Captain Bosun, yeah.
Can I get a strength check? And if you have carpenter tools, you can use that as a proficiency check. Otherwise, just a base strength mod check, please.
I really don't think I have carpenter's tools.
Hey, big guy, sorry you couldn't fly, but, you'll be good.
I like wrenching on stuff.
I love Ironhide.
Yeah.
It didn't. Yeah, I'm having the Kevin.
Burning inspiration on that, too.
Oh.
Okay, 11. You got some guidance there from Bolt with a little pick-me-up, so go ahead and give me a extra d6. Oh, nice.
I told you, I'm the best.
17 overall. There is a couple nicks and pocks against the ship, but you watch as Ironhide goes around, and actually, I imagine you probably use your maul a little bit as a makeshift hammer to kind of clear some of them up and nail some of the nails back in and push, kind of smack some of the boards back in place from some of the debris that smacks against the ship as you continue to try and push through here.
Some chewed up Debbie and some tape and what else we got here?
Quartermaster.
C.
I need you to please give me a wisdom check, and this is nature.
Nature's intelligence based.
Wisdom based.
So even if it's intelligence based normally, if it's a wisdom based check for nature, you substitute your wisdom. It's basically wisdom plus your proficiency.
Oh,
if
that's
you're
good.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's only +1 then.
Are you negative in wisdom?
No, I'm 12 wisdom, so it's only a +1.
Well, yeah, but then you get your proficiency because you're proficient in nature, right?
No.
Oh, never mind.
No,
Sorry,
I just have a high intelligence. It's usually based off of it.
16? I mean, that's not bad. Okay, so let's get a 16 to the total. This is like a full group check here. Okay, very good. You help, standing there next to Bolt as Bolt is navigating the ship, you kind of help point out the best course to take, considering your role there. Surgeon.
That's me.
I need, as some of the crew begins to head down, as well as some of your crew members here may take a nick or two from just the various debris on. Please give me, as everyone is trying to fulfill their roles, an intelligence medicine check, please, to make sure everyone is in fit shape.
I got boo-boos.
Intelligence plus my proficiency. So it's going to be a +4 to this d20. That's a natural 20 in the weird. Woo!
Oh, shit. So
that's 24 altogether.
Okay, so that's 24 added to the total. Very nice. But I also need you to please roll me a D10, or sorry, D1000.
Nobody's gonna get hurt on my watch.
You guys see Emma like naturally just running around and throwing what looks like some type of salve or something, or maybe even using a bit of magic on the nicks and scratches that either you guys get as well as some of the crew as they're kind of finishing before they head down. 57.
She's so fast.
Ironside got a curio from the chat.
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay. Who was that? Let me go take a look.
Deception.
Hey, thank you, the mighty. So let's go ahead and do that right now, and then actually, as Emma blinks, you guys notice for just a couple seconds every time she blinks, her skin strangely turns various shades of purple, but then quickly reverts as she opens her eyes again.
Something wrong? Tell me about it later. There's people that's hurting. Get out of my face.
Okay.
Thank you, the mighty. Ironside, Nick, please give me a D10 roll.
That's a 4.
All right, sweet. Let me go check real quick. Let me grab this here, and I will paste this in the chat. At some point, Ironhide, as you were probably rummaging for more food down in the storage area, you found this interesting looking item. It is a, I really actually do not know how to pronounce this. Is it Orhalcum? Is that it?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
A Orhalcum fragment smeared with crimson blood. And you just we'll say that you spend the time to understand what it does. Or maybe there's like a little note for the layman who doesn't use magic to denote what it does. When thrown at a target, the cipher explodes into a cloud of noxious gas for 3d6 poison damage, and poison con save half and negates.
Pretty cool.
Oh, it's a grenade.
So
I like grenades.
Just remember you have that consumable on your person.
Neat.
Oh, nice, Emma. Okay, so very good, Emma. That was a great check. Next up in line, we are rounding down to some of the last checks here. Cook!
What?
Everyone is going to rely on your cooked meal to make sure they're in tip-top shape. Give me a constitution-based check unless you have cook's utensils, proficiency with those, and then you can add that to it.
Let me just pass out these Debbies here. No problem. I don't have a roll 20 thing for this, so I'm gonna
you just
do it manually. Yeah. Okay, well, not used to serving processed food, but I guess everybody gets one. 10 total.
Everyone snacks down and does what looks to be an adequate job with their full stomachs, not only from those, but also the meal you prepared not too long back. The crew also gets to make a check and adds their proficiency, which is 23 in total. They do a pretty damn good job, despite some seemingly waffling directions from Cogman.
Waffles.
We just ate.
Your hazard check total was 105. Various large asteroids and debris from those who have cracked and crushed into one another, sending more debris spiraling out around. It's just like a circular area of chaos, whereas pieces hit one another and break off. That just means more pieces hitting one another, creating smaller but still deadly debris all around. You continue to hear and see some of the larger chunks kind of brush against the ship or pierce past it, Bolt watching as Ironhide is running around fixing things. Everyone is attending to the responsibilities. And almost holding your breath, you see the last bit of the asteroid field now passing behind you. There's still other larger asteroid debris in front of you for what looks like the foreseeable future, but it is not moving around nearly as turbulently before. You guys have succeeded in passing through, and the ship survives unscathed.
Piece of cake.
Bad. Not bad at all.
Where? There's cake.
Oh, here, right here. You forgot to eat your snack.
Oh. I'll take that one. I'll save mine for later. I'll eat yours.
Wait. Oh.
You
Yeah,
can have mine if you want.
Oh, thank you. You're my favorite.
This is not the direction I expected for Ironhide, but I'm more happy for it.
I think you like this one more than the one I would have come up with.
I had no idea. I never put the two and two together.
It was 100% opposite. I typed in what it was going to be, and I'll demo it for you after the game.
Okay.
This is where we're at now, so.
Hey, the Mighty, if you're still around, in D&D, the dice set, in terms of how the dice go up from a D4, D6, D8, what comes after a D8? Just post it in the chat there, bud.
Come on, Mighty.
So you guys,
champion, Mighty. Come on.
You guys survive unscathed. You have 16 more hours before the second day is over. Bolt, you can go ahead and expend 2 more spell slots if you'd like. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to switch up with somebody else. Hey, the Mighty, you just won a pair of glow-in-the-dark dice. Congrats, buddy. I'm gonna DM you after this session or early tomorrow to get some details from me so I can send that your way.
I feel like I'm good enough for another 8 hours, but more than that would be too much for me.
Oh, me.
Looking out over the crowd, seeing if anybody wants. Oh, hey, Im, what do you want to?
No, what?
Oh, we're past this. We're past the hard part. It'll be fun.
Hey,
Looks like the little one wants it.
Mighty, are you subbed to us, by the way? Let me know. So Bolt, you want to do another set of 8 hours to mark off a total of 2 slots, and then switch up with Emma for the last of the day. Okay.
Correct.
So Emma, you take over. Bolt, you're more than welcome to use that last 8 hours to sleep and get your slots back if you'd like.
I want to call Ironhide over.
Sure.
Oh, my champion.
Yeah. So you want to pilot with me?
Yeah,
You wanna drive the ship with
I'm
me?
the best driver. I'm the captain bosun. They drive everything.
Totally. All you have to do is you're gonna have to put your head right here. And then I'll read your minds and steer the ship wherever you want to go. Just gotta massage it in my brain. It's a little trick I learned from the Illithid, so just go with it.
Like that?
Yep, just like that. Perfect. Look, we're moving. We're moving.
Well, you've been working out.
Yep, working out my brain.
Oh.
Okay.
That's our scam.
All right. The Mighty has rolled a 68. There's 10 minutes left in this session. If no one rolls higher than that, who's obviously not a part of the group, then you get a free gifted sub, which I imagine if you're already subbed just stacks on top of what you have. So I'll leave that open to anybody else who pops in and wants to roll. Otherwise, I think that's going to you, buddy. Okay, so last 8 hours. Emma, are you expending a spell slot?
Yeah.
Okay. You expend a spell slot. In that 8 hours, Bolt, you rest up and get your spell slots back. Emma, go ahead and mark down 1 spell slot down. That transitions us into the next day. This is day 3 now, as you begin your voyage. Emma, you're welcome to keep piloting the ship. We need 3 more. We need 3 more 8-hour sessions. Do you want to expend another spell slot to keep going, Emma?
Sure.
Okay.
I was gonna say I'll head up to the deck to talk to her for a moment if we have time to.
Oh yeah.
There is plenty of time.
What's up, metal butt?
I could relieve you for the next 8 hours. I was wondering though, your magic, how do you channel it?
Through a focus.
What is your arcane focus?
It's this little. Oh, I had it. I think it was a necklace. Oh, I don't remember.
Can that be in character? Can that actually be in character? Because that's really funny.
Yeah. Wait. Like, yeah, it's this thing right here. Woo. I think. Yeah, seems pretty magical. Focusing.
I think.
Could I take an Arcana check on that?
Sure, absolutely.
To see if I know if that's her focus. Fantastic.
Oh,
that's
buddy.
a 1.
You are not terribly sure of if that is true or not, or if Emma is just trolling you. But in the meantime, please give me a D1000 roll.
Wow.
This is a big pocket of the weird.
Go away. What?
30.
Whoa.
30, okay.
Jeez.
Wait, 1,000? I only rolled a D100 last time.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's okay. We'll still count it.
Okay.
Every time you
Later.
blink, some of the crews let you know that you turn strange shades of purple.
Are you a chameleon?
I don't even know
Am I doing that? Am I squishing you too hard?
That's crazy. It's probably that brain food I ate. Don't tell Bo I ate anything, though.
Oh, you ate brains?
no, I didn't eat. It's Debbie cakes. Don't you know what?
Debbie's are good. I took some from down there. These aren't mine. Do you want some?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is he just eating food out of our larder this whole time?
It's like everything is his food except for his food.
A 10-foot large, what just looks like a dark, deep hole opens up underneath both of you, Thunder, and Emma. I need you guys to please make dexterity saving throws. As you begin to feel yourself fall into it out of nowhere.
Can I see it?
I mean, you can see the absence of anything underneath you as it forms, and you feel yourself fall into it, or begin to.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
Okay, 1 second.
Weren't there 6 of you before?
Double checking. You revive advantage on these or not? I think that's later on. Sorry. All right, dex saving throw. Sorry, just double checking.
Here's the crit.
I get advantage on them later. That's a 5.
Holy shit, we just fall in this fucking hole. Okay.
You guys cannot see whatever it's strange that this has appeared out of nowhere, and out of nowhere, both you, Emma, and Thunder fall into this open hole or rift. It's dark, so you cannot see the bottom. You feel like you fall what feels like a second or two, and all of a sudden find yourselves quite a few feet above the ship as you just kind of collapse into the surface of it. It's almost like a strange temporal pull of I don't know, some type of strange magic. As you smack into the ship, I'm gonna roll for both of you guys here. Let me just pull this up. Hang on just a second.
Emma is gonna be terrified of Thunder. Like, she's just gonna be fucking terrified.
And everyone else on the ship deck sees it. Emma, you kind of smack onto your butt onto the ship for 18 points of bludgeoning damage. And Thunder,
oh my God,
you nearly crack the surface of the deck as you kind of collapse into it for 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Everyone hears a loud smash as both
What?
Emma and Thunder fall. The rift below you, as quickly as it appeared, is now gone.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing over there?
I immediately cast Cure Wounds on her.
What happened?
Can I Arcana check that?
Sure.
What happened? Yeah, what happened, Thunder?
Make something up.
I look over to Bolt and say, Captain, I was examining her arcane focus.
Gross.
Take that back. Oh.
An unstable rift opened beneath both of us and teleported us.
Okay. What you guys do in private is fine.
But
I mean, I'm not gonna discriminate, but whatever.
This is the reason I came to talk to you. The magic surrounding you might be unstable. I have a way to focus your focus, so to speak.
Wait.
I can focus really good too.
I'm having a hard time focusing. What are we... Okay, what are you gonna do with my magical necklace?
I look over to Ill and pull him closer. You might be more adept at explaining this to her.
Oh, yeah. So, if I know anything about Big Guy here, and I don't, but if I pretend that I do, we're both good with machinery and magical doodads. And that necklace, I guess, is one of those two things.
You know what? Fuck it up.
Let's fucking do it. Do whatever you need to do on it, big guy.
He takes the focus from you, and then his hand opens up at the top, and a puff of a red biotic mist hits you for 6 HP, so you can heal up.
Ooh.
Some of the bruises and cuts you sustain from your fall feels much better, and you watch as the arcane magic heals them.
It smells good. Was that oil?
Sorry, that's inside of
gasoline.
me. Ill.
Huh?
Can you explain to him as well?
Oh, yeah. So you got a hammer there, right?
Yeah.
And it's good for smashing things, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you like it to smash just the tiniest bit better?
Okay.
There you go. That's all you got to do, big guy.
Thank you. Thunder's gonna sit down next to Emma for during her last 8 hours and focus his energy, and you see some of the magic that's inside of the suit of armor kind of transfer into her arcane focus.
Ooh.
Nice. Emma, you went 8 hours from the previous day and the first 8 hours of this day, correct? So 2 slots down?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep in mind what those are. As you're finishing up, with there being 16 hours left until you guys reach your destination, one of the crew members, you see this, you watch as they slap a hand and collapse their spyglass, and they come over, seeing that all of you kind of group together up on the top deck, and points up. You guys are still surrounded by very relatively large asteroids here, but they're almost like small moons at this point. Maybe not that big, but just large enough to where they're pretty slow moving as you kind of move your way through here. It makes being able to see forward a little difficult, but you guys have a pretty well-drawn map to just keep navigating through. One of the elven crew members steps up and says, Captain, I believe we have a Neogi ship approaching us, he says.
Oh.
And as you look up, Bolt, in the distance from one of the floating larger asteroids out in the distance, you see what looks to be a large spider-like ship beginning to push past from behind it and begin its approach of your ship.
The rescue crew for our special guests, probably.
That is where we will end this first session of Dark Frontier.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys have fun?
Good.
Yeah,
A lot of fun.
We did.
Yes, if I could levy one criticism, I didn't get an opportunity to turn toward the camera and say, "What are we, some kind of suicide squad?"
Oh my
God.
god.
That's when we start this fight.
Hey, look. There will always be time, trust me. So yes, I hope everyone who either came by to lurk or is hanging out, I believe the Mighty may still be around. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it so much. It was great to, it looks like there's a couple lurkers in here. Let's see, what time does this start so I don't miss next episode? Every Friday night. It's posted all over like the panels on Twitch too, and any of our social. You'll notice we do it every Friday. We're getting back into it now. We took a break during Weird and Wild, but every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, so that's 6 p.m. Pacific time, or whatever particular time. Hey, what's up, Lumber Gundam? Yeah, thank you so much. Hey, Lumber Gundam, type in !roll, and let's see whether you or the Mighty get a gifted sub.
Ooh.
Is he gonna ninja it?
You gotta beat a 68.
Oh.
Oh, 86. Okay. Well, the Mighty, I'm still gonna DM you in regards to your glow-in-the-dark dice. But Nick, let's take note of Lumber Gundam so that we can send him a gifted sub. Thank you so much for participating.
Congrats.
You guys also
Congrats.
keep in mind that you have Twitch channel points to use. You can build those up just by watching. and take a look down in the bottom left. If you're not following the channel, follow it. You get an immediate boost of Twitch channel points by doing so. Sub if you haven't already, that helps support the channel. And on top of that, it also gives you bonuses like a multiplier to the Twitch channel points, as well as cool channel specific stickers that you guys can use for the channel and all that stuff, as well as the D&D Beyond plugin where you can see each of the characters and their sheets to kind of take a look at what archetypes they may be, or the full sheet, and see exactly what's going on with them by just mousing over the stream, and you can see those in there. So thank you so much for joining. Make sure and give us a follow on any of our social media like Twitter and stuff like that to stay up to date. That is the same for all of them, JWD_mode. Thank you so much. We'll be back here, as I mentioned, Lumber, at the same time next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time, for more Dark Frontier. I think that's everything, right, guys? Nothing else I gotta say? Okay. We'll be back next time. Thank you for stopping by. Goodbye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.